Tom Brady is slick, y'all. Tom Brady is slick. He knew exactly what he was doing when he got the Raiders to hire Pete Carroll. Yes, Pete Carroll is now the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I know you're looking at me now. I know you're like, man, isn't he a Seahawks and a Texans fan? Yes, I am. But I mean, back in the day in high school, and I still am. I'm a big Charles Woodson fan. And growing up, the Raiders, my dad, God rest his soul, died almost 20 years ago. He was a diehard Oakland Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders fan, and if he was living while they're in Vegas, he would have been a Las Vegas Raiders fan. So it's always got room in my heart, in my spirit, and in my mentals for the Raiders. And plus, one of my very, very, very first players I used to love, Bo Jackson. You ever play with Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl, man? Love Bo Jackson, man. But anyways, Pete Carroll signs a 3-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh man, Tom Brady is slick. You know why I say Tom Brady is slick? He's a team owner. He's one of the team owners of the Las Vegas Raiders. I get minority owner, yeah, but there's nothing minority about Tom Brady. It's Tom freaking Brady, people. Last week, or earlier this week, Tom Brady was talking about how he doesn't like how the referees, how the officials are protecting Patrick Mahomes. And, me, as a person who's been watching football for almost 30 years, damn, I'm old, it's weird hearing Tom Brady say that because Brady benefited from the rules too. He benefited from the Tom Brady rule. The rule where a defender, he gets knocked on the ground, and you know how back in the day, the defensive player, they're able to grab the quarterback's leg while he's in the pocket. Well, yeah, they can't do that rule. You have to grab him from the waist on up. Who benefited from that? Tom Brady. Because it's like, now I don't got to worry about you getting my legs, man. Also, he benefited from defenders not being able to take receivers' heads off whenever they come across the middle. Who benefit from that? Outside of Tom Brady and the slot receivers, where a lot of his passes went in the middle. But now, Patrick Mahomes is manipulating the rules. Oh, Brady got a problem. But why would Brady have a problem with Mahomes manipulating the rules and not other quarterbacks? Well, maybe because Mahomes is a threat to his legacy. Had Mahomes reached 30 years old yet? I don't know. But dude is on a pace. He could possibly get his 4th championship this year. Ooh, Brady has 7 or 8? Man, imagine getting 4 championships, 4 Super Bowls before you turn 30. Brady's 47 years old right now. So if you're Brady, it's like, hold up, man. Hold up. We got to do something. We got to do something. You think it's a coincidence that Tom Brady chose to become a part of the team ownership of a team that's in the AFC West that play against Patrick Mahomes twice a year? Come on now, people. Come on now. You think it's a coincidence now he's talking about with Mahomes with the possibility of winning back-to-back Super Bowls in a row? You think it's a coincidence that Brady is now saying, hey, yeah, I don't like how he's manipulating the game. You think that's a coincidence, man? No, that ain't no coincidence. That's planned. That is planned, man. But check this out. Let me check out my notes here. But I love Pete Carroll. As a Seahawks fan, I love the energy that he's going to bring. Yeah, he's the oldest coach in the league. I love the energy that he's going to bring, okay? Like, the thing about it is, if you're Mahomes and Andy Reid, I'm not saying you're worried, but the Raiders, they're going to be a threat. They're going to be a threat because Pete Carroll, the way he coached the Seahawks, man, that young defense, they would get a lot of penalties. But guess what? I mean, it wasn't dirty hits or nothing. They was aggressive. That did not stop the team from being aggressive. And what happens is when defenders get called these penalties, ridiculous penalties are being called on them. When they're playing against Mahomes, while he's manipulating the rules, that can hurt your momentum. And a lot of them, they end up slowing down and all of that stuff. But now Pete Carroll, his defenses, they're fast and they're aggressive. Fast and aggressive, okay? And they're smart too, okay? Don't get it twisted. Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Brian Maxwell, Bobby Wagner, all of them, man, they smart. Michael Bennett, man, who else? Who? Well, I don't mean to leave everybody, any other players off, but the Legion of Boom. Um, Cliff Averill, yeah, man, they aggressive. All right. Not saying penalties didn't affect them at times during games because we're all human, right? They're humans, but he continues to coach his team up to, hey, listen, hit that quarterback running, hit his ass, hit him, because if you're gonna get penalized for just, or making it appear like you touched them, you might as well hit him. So that's going to be good. Now, it's not going to be good for Jim Harbaugh and Sean Payton. It's not. Pete Carroll, he knows how to defeat your teams. He has history with those two. You remember when Sean Payton, after winning the Super Bowl, then the next year, they came to Seattle and they wasn't able to properly defend their Super Bowl title because they lost to a 7-9 Seahawks team. Guess who coached that team? Pete Carroll. Then when the Seahawks became Super Bowl contenders, who stopped those New Orleans Saints teams from becoming the number 1 seed and advancing? Pete Carroll and them Seahawks. All right? Russell Wilson was there too. Legion of Boom was there too. Oh, John Harbaugh, when it looked like he was the cream of the crop, the A1 coach. The Niners were the top dog in the NFC West. Who came down there and ruined the party? Who was the party pooper, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in Kindergarten Cop. What is that? Pete Carroll and them Seahawks, man. So, not good for them. But this is going to be like the most competitive division out there. Hell, next year they may have 4 teams in the playoffs, man. As long as the Texans is one of them at least. But, yeah, this, man, it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Jim Harbaugh and Sean Payton gonna be scared, but I mean, we talking Pete Carroll here, man. Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll past couple years, I think he's been hanging around USC a lot, and we heard a couple rumors about him possibly going back to college football. You know what Pete Carroll been doing? Pete Carroll been scouting. Now, Pete, watch. You're gonna see on this draft, watch. He's gonna have one of those drafts like he had like in his first 3 drafts in Seattle, first 3 or 4 drafts in Seattle. You're going to be seeing players in the 6th, 7th round he's picking up. I never heard of that person. Bam, that person's going to be like a Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner, So, man, it's about to go down. I mean, the storyline is going to be real, real interesting. I mean, they're interesting right now, okay? I mean, also, I can see Pete bringing Russell Wilson, reuniting with Russell Wilson, until they get a quarterback. He'd be a veteran quarterback. And right now, at this stage of Russell Wilson's career, he's treating the game just like how he treated in his first 4 or 5 years in Seattle, and the way he played under head coach Mike Tomlin. That's if he doesn't return to Pittsburgh. But manage the game, and there's nothing wrong with managing the game. All right. I'm assuming, Pete Carroll, they're going to be tough at running back. Who's the Raiders? I'm not sure who the Raiders running back now. I know Josh Jacobs went to Green Bay. Sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the Raiders a lot this year. But whoever's the running back now, or they running backs now, listen, you're gonna get some carries if you're on the team with Pete Carroll, because he run first offense, ball control, and it's all about the defense. But yeah, Russell Wilson going there with Pete Carroll. Yeah. That's the reunion we all been waiting on, even though they had some reunions and meetups prior to that, if that happens. But, man, that would be cool, man. And then, Russ, hey, go ahead and exact a little bit of revenge on Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton say what? What? You say what? Hold up. And it's also going to, you know what? That would also benefit, Russ and Sierra, because what do they call it when they go down to when the stars they go to Vegas for the Usher is doing it now, where they have all the concerts? What's the term they call it? I forgot what they call it. But anyways, I could see Sierra down there in Vegas doing her thing and stuff, being able to do shows, because you're not gonna make as much doing the shows in Pittsburgh. Man, what do they call it? Man, not a reservation. I can't even think of the term right now, man. If you know the term, drop it in the comment section. But I think that'll be real cool, man. That'll be real cool to see Russ and Pete reuniting. I think that'll be pretty cool. I can dig it. But and I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't get it twisted. Like, as far as with the penalties and fines that they may accumulate for hitting Patrick Mahomes, I'm not saying hitting him dirty. Properly hitting him, it's like, hey, Tom Brady gonna be like, hey, I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. Soften him up so that way he's not manipulating the rules as much, and which prevents him from interfering with my legacy. You know what I'm saying? And then also, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised if Pete Carroll puts up a real good, strong roster, and Tom Brady say, hey, you know what? I'll do it myself. Tom Brady, he mess around and pull a Ric Flair or a Mick Foley or a Stone Cold Steve Austin. You think they retired just because they talking in the booth, in the broadcasting booth. And then all of a sudden they go in the ring and boom. I'm putting my hat in the Royal Rumble. I'm going for the WWE Championship for WrestleMania. Don't be surprised if Tom Brady says, you know what? Forget this broadcast booth stuff. Patrick Mahomes got 4 Super Bowl rings. Yeah. I need to go ahead and get me another one. You know what I'm saying? By me playing him twice a year, yeah, I'll be able to directly impact his wins and losses. Gonna make sure he get 2 losses against the Raiders, and make sure he doesn't win the division, and then and Tom Brady go win a Super Bowl for the Raiders. You think the league don't want the Vegas Raiders to win a Super Bowl? Come on now, man. I'm not saying it's gonna be rigged. I know a lot of people, especially my buddies, they say, hey, it's Mahomes' league now. It is. It is his league. That's because Tom Brady's not there. If Brady announced that he's unretired, guess what? It's Brady's league. Brady knows how to manipulate the game. And see, he sees what Mahomes doing. He knows that Mahomes is going to keep going back and going back. Brady, 47 years old, still have time to do something. And I'm not worried about Brady getting smashed and all that, because nobody was smashing Brady like that. It's been a while, since the early 2000s, man. Brady knows how to get rid of that ball quick. You're not going to be able to touch Brady. Like, anytime a defender gets to Brady, it's like, the hammer song, come on, can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be real interesting, man. I think that'll be some real good storyline type stuff, real good storyline type stuff. I mean, I'm going to tell you something, like, the way Brady knows how to manipulate the game, hell, I don't even think the doggone Swifties and Caitlin Clark be up there now. I don't think they'll be able to handle that. And see, right now you're dealing in a situation where Travis Kelce is talking about retirement. I don't think he's going to retire if they get another ring, but he's older. And Pete Carroll coming with them young bulls on defense, that's going to be a lot. I'm not saying Kelce can't handle it. It's going to be a lot. But, hey, they still got Andy Reid. Like I say, it's going to make it more interesting. More interesting. Even though football is like the number 1 sport in the league, in the country, this is going to make it even more interesting, for real. Because I'm not going to lie. Last year I felt the Chargers, they have what it takes to be a threat to the Chiefs. But Pete Carroll coming in the mix, and with the whole Brady factor, that's a huge X factor right there. Because I really do believe that Brady gonna mess around and come back and play, y'all, for real. That wouldn't shock me at all. Would not shock me at all. Let's see, did I talk about everything I want to talk about? Yeah, looks like I did. All right, folks, not gonna hold y'all up too long. I mean, because I just found this out. I heard the rumors not too long ago, but it's official. Pete Carroll's the head coach of the Raiders. I think that's a real good deal. Looking forward to seeing it. But anyways, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think about Pete Carroll being the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And do you think Tom Brady, let me word this question properly. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being yes, I think Tom Brady is going to come back to play for the Raiders. Well, no, I tell you what. Do you think Tom Brady? Do you think if Patrick Mahomes get ring number 4 this year, do you think Tom Brady would unretire to go play for the Raiders just so he can prevent Patrick Mahomes from getting another Super Bowl ring? Share your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about that. And hey, you like movies? You like sports? That means you like me. So hit that like and subscribe button. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.